There is a substantial body of research that explores the physical impact of emotional and mental trauma on individuals. Here are some key findings and studies highlighting this connection. 1. The ACE study, or Adverse Childhood Experiences Study. This landmark study, conducted by the CDC and Kaiser Permanente, identified a strong correlation between adverse childhood experiences such as abuse, neglect, and household dysfunction, and the risk of developing various physical health issues later in life. Individuals with higher ACE scores are more likely to experience chronic diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and obesity, as well as mental health disorders. 2. Psychoneuroimmunology. This field of study examines how psychological factors influence the immune system. Research has shown that trauma can lead to chronic stress responses that dysregulate immune function. For instance, a study published in the journal found that individuals with PTSD had altered levels of pro-inflammatory cytokines, which can lead to increased susceptibility to physical illnesses. 3. Chronic pain and somatic symptoms. Studies have shown that trauma can manifest as chronic pain conditions. A review published in found that individuals with a history of trauma, such as sexual abuse or combat exposure, often experience higher rates of chronic pain and somatization, which are physical symptoms without a clear medical cause. Cardiovascular health is, well, a critical aspect of our overall well-being. Research has indicated a link between trauma and an increased risk of cardiovascular disease. A study published in reported that individuals who experienced trauma had a higher incidence of heart attacks and strokes. This is likely due to factors like chronic stress, inflammation, and health risk behaviors that often accompany trauma. Trauma can lead to an overactive stress response, resulting in allostatic load, the cumulative wear and tear on the body. A study by Seaman et al. In 2001, published in discussed how prolonged stress can lead to changes in hormone levels and metabolic processes, ultimately impacting overall health. Trauma can lead to structural and functional changes in the brain, particularly in areas related to stress regulation, emotion, and memory. Research published in highlights how trauma can affect the hippocampus and amygdala, potentially leading to issues with memory, emotional regulation, and increased anxiety. Emerging research supports the idea of a mind-body connection where emotional and mental states can directly influence physical health. Practices such as mindfulness, yoga, and other forms of therapy have been shown to improve both mental well-being and physical health outcomes, suggesting that addressing emotional trauma can have beneficial effects on physical health. These studies underscore the complex interplay between mental, emotional, and physical health, demonstrating that addressing trauma is essential for holistic healthcare. If you're looking for more specific studies or papers, I can help find those as well.